Hey gang, Alan Newell coming to you tonight to share and talk about and train on the invite process. So, what do I mean by that? Whether you're doing a three-way call, whether you're inviting somebody to a webinar, whether you're inviting somebody to a Zoom call, a home event, the process is always the same. It's a simple process. It's a straightforward process. And as you're going to invite somebody to an event, whatever that might be again. If time has passed and you haven't spoken with that person in a long time, I know everybody's putting their list together, and a lot of times we're putting our list together for the top 10 people that we want to work with and that we care about. And so if time has passed since I've talked to that person 6 months or longer, then I'm going to warm them up. I'm going to contact them. I'm going to touch base with them. I'm going to see how their family's doing, see how they're doing, see what's new in their life, see what's going on. And then I'm going to invite them to take a look at this amazing opportunity. And so how do you do that? Well, the best way to do that is, quite frankly, the first thing you want to do is send them a text message. I don't recommend emails. I obviously don't recommend leaving them a voicemail or just calling them out of the blue, because you don't know what they're doing and what their schedule's like. So you send them a text message. And the text message is this simple. Hey, have you got a minute? That's it. Hey, have you got a minute? And then they're going to respond. They're going to say, sure, what's up? Which I had a young lady do that to me this past week. Or they're going to say, I'm tied up right now with ABC. How about later? And if they say, how about later, then give them about 2 to 3 times that you're available. You don't want to say, great, whenever works for you, because then you sound anxious and desperate. So, great. What does your schedule look like? I've got some time available later today at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, and then some time available tomorrow at 11 a.m. or 4 p.m. Which of those times works better for you? And this is through text, you see. And so they're going to get back with you and tell you what time's good with that. Now, if you're inviting to a webinar, a Zoom call, a home event, a product overview, then that's one thing. If you're inviting to a three-way call, then I'm going to touch base with my upline leader that I'm planning to put them on a three-way call with, and I'm going to say that Jana has said she's available tomorrow at 3 o'clock. What's your schedule like? Can you do a three-way call then? And so I'm going to verify that with that person, with your upline leader. Great. So then when you do talk, so I know now that my upline leader is available tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I know that the person I'm trying to set up a three-way call with is available tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So when I talk to them, I'm going to say, hey, listen, and you want to get right to the point. Right to the point. Don't beat around the bush. Don't be nervous. Just spit it out there. It's much easier that way. Just spit it out there. And you can say, and see, a lot of times people want me to tell them specifically what to say to each individual person. You know that person better than I do. If I'm contacting my brother, I know what to say. It's my brother. If I'm contacting a friend of mine that I've known from high school, depends on whether I played football with them or whether I was in the ski club with them. It depends on whether they were in the drama club. It depends on the person. But I'm going to still get right to the point. And I'm going to say a couple of things. I'm going to say, hey, listen, I have started using a particular product. I have started working with a specific company that has 100% organic, whole food, plant-based nutrition. And I want you to know right up front, this, I understand this may not be something that you're interested in. This may not be for you. And if that's the case, no big deal. But here's the deal. You're one of the first people I thought of. And the keywords come into play there. Now the keywords come into play. And there's keywords that you want to use. You're one of the first people I thought of. You're somebody that I trust, that I care about, and I respect. And I respect your opinion. And I would love for you to give me a few minutes to share this information with you and give me your opinion. Can I count on you to do that? Now, when you position it that way, it's very unlikely that they're going to say no. I find that maybe, 1 out of 10 will say no. And if they say no, that kind of tells me that's a tip. That's a hint right there, And so they'll say, sure. because people love to be trusted, they love to be cared about, they love to be respected, and above all, they love to give their opinion. Sounds great. Well, great. So how about what's your schedule like? What can you tell me about it now? Well, I'm really busy right now. I've got another call coming in, but I'd love to share with you, and I've got a couple of times available. When's good for you? And so then I find out when that person's available, and I set up a three-way call. And then, or if it's an event, then I'm going to go ahead and tell them about it and say, I'd love for you to give me an opinion. Great. Can I count on you to do that? Sure. Great. We've got a Zoom call. We've got a webinar. We've got a conference call. We've got an event coming up. Here's the date and the time. And if it's a webinar or a Zoom call or a conference call, hey, you can watch it from the comfort of your home or on your cell phone. If it's a home event, I'm going to preface this conversation by saying if I've got an event that I've got scheduled where they need to personally attend live in person, before any of this, I'm going to clear their calendar. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if I'm calling Lisa and I want Lisa to attend an event Thursday night, two things. One, I'm not going to invite too far out, because if I invite her 2 weeks ahead of time, she doesn't know what she's doing in 2 weeks. Most people nowadays are planning things 24 to 36 hours in advance. And if I do schedule it with her, then she's most likely going to forget about it, and I don't want to harass her about it. But I'm going to clear the schedule. I'm going to say, listen, what are you doing? Hey, Lisa, good to catch up with you. I'm glad you're taking my call. What are you doing Tuesday night? And I'm going to set that up. If she says, Mary's got soccer Tuesday night. We're playing soccer over at the thing, and she's really involved in it, and the game starts at 7. So I know that I can't invite Mary to this event on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. She's going to watch her daughter play soccer. So I'm going to set up a different time. I'm going to move on from that conversation. So the invite process needs to be relaxed, needs to be to the point. It needs to be specific for that person. And you're going to use the key words. Hey, this is something that you may or may not be interested in, but you're also one of the first people I thought of. You're somebody that I trust, that I care about, and I respect, and I would love to get your opinion. And if you use those words, very few people will turn you down. So utilize that. I hope that works for you. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out. I'd be more than happy to help you with that and to coach on that. And it just, it takes, the more you do it, the better you'll get. The more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. And one of the most, I want to end with this, is one of the most underused but most powerful tools in our business are three-way calls. Three-way calls with an upline leader, somebody you can edify them with. So it's important that you use those tools, use the tools that are given to you, and be coachable, and follow this specific guideline. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel down here below. Ring the bell. That way you get notified every time I put a new video out. We appreciate you joining us. I hope you have a blessed week.